Morning YouTube, Louie here with the best silver gold deals of Tuesday, June 3rd, 2025. Let's rock. Okay, we have got gold down $22 to 3,358 and silver down 34 cents to 34.38. In the futures market, 34.47 and 34.59 in July. GSR, very interesting here, went right to support at about 97.5, reversed up immediately on a story I think that came out. I'll tell you about that in a minute, up to 98.6, and has been dropping. Very interesting, right back down to about 97.6 now. And as I've said before, if this GSR busts below 97, I think we may have a serious breakout on our hands. Not necessarily in terms of nominal price, but in terms of the gold-silver ratio. Silver has yet to really make its move, as it usually does after gold rallies. Now, today would be an unlikely day for that to happen because we've had the OECD slash U.S. growth outlook on tariff uncertainty. Same story, it just gets recycled over and over again. One day they're optimistic about commodities, the next day something comes out and they're pessimistic. But they're revising down U.S. GDP and global GDP as a result of the tariff story. So you kind of know that's in the background, right? Well, what that's doing in the market is the Treasury is, let's see, the 10-year Treasury is at 4.43, having bounced off 4.4 and probably heading higher. And the dollar is higher by a lot. Now, I think the dollar is higher as a result, not of weakening U.S. GDP predictions. I think it's weakening world predictions, weakening foreign currencies, which would be strengthening the dollar, which is a comparative measure against other foreign currencies. So not that the dollar doesn't lose value each and every day and is guaranteed to go close to zero over time. But in relation to other currencies, it is stronger today, which is putting a hit on silver and gold. But silver strangely recovering in terms of the GSR. Very interesting. Copper futures getting hit down 6 cents, down to 4.79, but also kind of trending back up in early market. All right, in the economic calendar, we have got, February factory orders, job openings, Fed head speakers. Wednesday, ADP employment, final PMI, ISM Fed Beige Book. Thursday, initial jobless claims and the U.S. trade deficit. So, sometimes we rally into reports like initial jobless claims. Well, we'll have to see if that happens. But today is a little bit of a strange day after yesterday's meteoric rise in both gold and silver, and I think silver outshined gold by quite a bit in terms of the percentage increase. And as you see, silver over here at in the 34s, having pushed towards 35 yesterday, certainly in the futures market, but also approaching a triple top for the last year. This would be the third time we're taking a run at 35. What happens, when we take a run? Well, we usually get pushed back. And if you believe in conspiracy theories, well, this story right here, very interesting that it came out right as silver was making another run at 35. That probably means nothing, though. Okay, so we've done the calendar. In the pre-market, we finally got out of the greed category. In the Fear Greed Index, we are back in the neutral sentiment category, with the Dow down 63, S&P down 5, NASDAQ up 10. And yesterday's recovery is showing that dip buyers continue to be rewarded for buying the dip. The charts are still bullish, and people are still buying the stock market. But metals are kind of interesting here as well. Will we see a rotation? Will we see a breakout over 35 in the silver market? Probably not, but anything could happen. Before we get onto the deals, and this is my website, bestsilvergolddeals.com, you can go over there and click along as I do these videos and see how price changes throughout the day. I'm looking for the best prices anywhere on the internet, and we'll go through those in a minute. But the question of the day comes first, and I was trying to answer this question for somebody yesterday, and I realized, I don't really know the answer. So I'd like to ask you guys, when it comes to buying small gold, for you small stackers out there, or big stackers that believe in small gold, I usually focus on gold in assay. Why? Because I like it and it adds authentication in some respect. 126 for a 1 gram gold bar in assay from Summit Metals. And but gold out of assay is 117. Now, I think what I was telling a friend yesterday was when you go into the LCS, I don't think they're going to pay you anything more for the gold in assay. So why are we buying it? And I couldn't really come up with a good reason. So I'm going to ask you, what do you prefer, gold in assay, if you're buying little bars, or gold out of assay? And I know there are coins as well. I guess that's a different flavor. You can get a 1 gram panda or something like that. But in regard to bars, generic gold is gold, in assay or out of assay. And if you buy it in the assay, why do you buy it that way? Okay, thank you. And I will move on to the deals. I've done the 1 gram gold. And of course, I told the friend, pick up this basically gram at spot at bullion.com. And this is out of assay, just so you know. But I think that if you're planning on selling someday, I think that's going to be the better buy. Now, if you're bartering with that, maybe in assay would be, I don't know, you answer the question. I can't really come to a conclusion. Okay, we got a 1/10 gold eagle, 377 at bullion exchanges. We got a 1/10 gold maple, 370 at Safe Haven Metals. We have got a 1/4 ounce gold eagle at 3. Oh, what did I do to a drunken sailor? Screwed up that link this morning is what I did. Sorry about that. Let me move on. 1/4 ounce Krugerrand is 878 at bullion exchanges. And we have got a $5 commemorative at 825 at bullion exchanges. Let's do a 1/2 ounce gold eagle. That is 1,733 at bullion exchanges. A 1/2 ounce gold maple, 1,779 at Safe Haven Metals. A 1/2 ounce Britannia, 1,761 at Hero Bullion. 1/2 ounce Krugerrand, 1,751 at Safe Haven. These are all BU unless I say otherwise. 1 ounce gold eagle, 3,452. Now, wait a minute. I thought I fixed that as well. Let's go back over to bullion exchanges. 1 ounce. I think I put that in the wrong place. 1 ounce gold eagle. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's cheaper over at bullion exchanges. And it is 3,418. No newsletter. No, 3,426 is the 1 ounce gold eagle, is where it is cheaper, not 3,452. Safe Haven raised a lot of their prices right back up. They did that thing again where it was like cheaper for a day. Okay, I'll fix my links. Gold Buffalo, 3,463 at bullion exchanges. A 1 ounce gold maple, 3,414 at Safe Haven Metal. And Walmart, you should check them out as well. You may save some money with that PayPal credit card I recommend. A 1 ounce gold Britannia is 3,418 at Monument Metals, and a Krugerrand, often the cheapest of your sovereign gold coins, 3,395 for a BU Krugerrand at bullion exchanges, and that is 20-30 bucks over spot right there. Okay, let's move on here to a Platinum Eagle. Platinum Eagle at Monument Metals this morning, 1,227, and platinum off today as well, off $6 to 1,057, traveling in what I think is a new range here between 1,000 and 1,100. And moving back. Okay, let's go on to what's palladium doing? Is it rallying as well? Well, this link is no good. It's out of stock. 1,119. Let's check palladium. So here we have platinum at 1,057 and palladium at 990. If platinum is catching a bid because of gold, will palladium be next to follow? Platinum is used in catalytic converters. Palladium is used in catalytic converters. But platinum has a historic precious metal perception. In the old days when it used to be more expensive than gold, a lot of people, when they bought their wife a ring, they bought them a platinum ring if they had the money instead of a gold ring. Anyway, so gold casts a shadow on platinum. I don't know about palladium that much, but palladium may be the next one to run if we have platinum running. Let's keep going here. Enough talk. All right, let's do a silver eagle. And now you're going to pay $38.63 for a silver eagle at bullion exchanges. And I can't find a better deal. Even that almost circulated deal is long gone, the 350 over spot deal. But you can still get the off quality. Now they are $37.33. Are you kidding me for off quality eagles? And we beat these deals on eBay yesterday by a long shot, but I don't think people are buying here. Let's keep going. No new articles I want to talk about. A silver maple, $37.70 at Safe Haven Metals. And a silver kangaroo, $37.47 at Safe Haven. They still have cheaper silver. Spotty kangaroo, $36.23 at Hero. Britannia is $37.18 at Bullion Exchanges. I'm going to move on. I'll do your Libertad for you. That is 42 bucks. No, 43.10 now at Money Metals for a 2024 Libertad. Moving on. And Costco, what is going on at Costco? And we have got the gold bar 34.39, the buffalo 34.99, and the eagle 34.99. And of course, use that executive club membership and a good rebate credit card, and get your buffaloes and eagles around spot. But you know, yesterday in the morning, that was an extremely good time to buy Costco gold. The price had not adjusted. There is a value in getting up first thing in the morning and probably watching my videos first thing in the morning too if you have time. Okay, Costco was smoking yesterday. Today it's still pretty good. Junk is more expensive at 25.4 times face over at AppMex, and you want to check out the coin dealers on YouTube, I recommend. Links on my website. They're selling junk. I'm at spot or below spot, as little guys are just screaming to sell their silver here. And I mean LCSs and so forth. Obviously, they wouldn't be dropping their prices if they didn't want to dump their silver at this high spot price. But, you know, and 9 times out of 10 will be lower in a week. But there's always that one time, isn't there? I mean, there are so many reasons for silver to go down, and only one reason for it to go up. But you never know when we're going to hit that one reason. And today could fool you, could definitely fool you, but probably lower prices ahead. Okay, let's just skip the bars. What about the 1 ounce rounds? Let's do the 1 ounce rounds over at Golden State Mint. You are going to have to pay. Oh, those are bars. Hold on, let me go back to rounds. And silver rounds at Golden State Mint are $38.58. Where are your sales? Boy, I really got messed up today. No sale. No deals at Golden State Mint. Here it is. Okay, now the deal is on the bar. Well, those are neat little Aztec bars for $35.87. Oh, look, they got the Den of Thieves. What else you got here? I thought for a minute that was the Trump train. Boy, that was a good buy by some people, the Trump train bar. Anything else? The Aztec bars are very nice. COVID bars are not hot anymore. 10 ounce bars. These little samurai bars do pretty good in the aftermarket. And they got 1 ounce rounds for 99 cents. Here they have Silver Shield rounds. There's a sale on Silver Shield, $36.87. Okay, let's keep going. We'll find a better deal on eBay. We do most every day. A kilo this morning is $1,139 at Monument Metals. And let's move on to eBay. All right, there's a pocket pinger here for 35 bucks. That's a good investment. Let's do Silver Eagles, and we'll do the impaired first, obviously, and see how good a deal we can get today, maybe cheaper than yesterday. Whoa, what's going on here? I'm going to skip the small sellers and go right to the Pinehurst deal. 758 is 37.50, about 36.50 out the door. You'll beat the dealers by a buck or two. These impaired have been looking pretty good. People who've gotten those, I wouldn't hesitate to buy that. Oh, and the BU, you'll have to pay. Let's see, a lot of 20, 735. That's probably a small seller. Small seller, bad feedback. Let's skip the small sellers and go to fresh white BU. Are you a big seller? Big seller, good feedback. And free shipping. Okay, that looks reasonable at 775, 37.50, 37.75, 36.75 out the door. And you know that the dealer was more than that, so you could buy that one as well. Let's look at a large lot. Large lot of impaired eagles from Pinehurst. That's where I'd buy them. 37.71, 36.71 out the door. And BU eagles 38.25. The small lot was a better deal than the big lot here. 37.25 out the door, but you saw the dealers were charging in the 38s, right? Okay, let's go on to the rotation. I don't know. You guys care if I do this? Let's see. You buying maples? They're $9.20. Are you buying Britannias? 25 Britannias. They're $8.99. That's going to be the cheapest one probably. And good seller fair feedback. 8.90 is going to be $8.99 on the cheat sheet. Is going to get you out the door at $34.92 if you have a 3% rebate credit card. Links on my website to the ones I recommend. And moving on here. Okay, well, let's see. I didn't finish. I should probably do the Krugerrands. Krugerrands are $9.28. Yeah, that $8.99 deal is going to be your best deal. Philharmonics are going tube of 20 for $7.49. And that is going to be $36.50 out the door from Liberty Coin. Still beating a lot of the dealer prices. Let's do junk. It was good yesterday. I don't see anybody buying though. You scared of junk? I wouldn't be. But spot is high here. I mean, no doubt spot is high. Circulated pre-35. Did that deal from those weird coins sell out? The guy with the mixed lot? Yeah, somebody bought those up. He had peace dollars. He had walkers. That was yesterday's video, not today. We are at 24.5. That's going to be about 23.75 out the door on most of these deals here. 23.75 on the cheat sheet is going to be 23.75 on the cheat sheet. How do I pass that every time? 23.75 is going to be, in terms of melt value, 23.75. Look how it's getting cheap. 23.75 is going to be about 33.40, and that is going to be around spot. With spot at oh, it's going to be a dollar under spot. 34.30. Boy, I can't get used to that price. All right, so junk is cheap. Junk is really cheap, and they are giving it away, aren't they? Man, that's what I'd like to buy if they're giving it away. Moving back on to, oh, what do I want to do here? Do I want to do a kilo? Let's do a kilo. Got to be cheaper than that dealer price. 11.69, about 11.40 out the door. No, not cheaper. Okay, here's your vintage bar of the day. Here's a big old honkin' Omega bar. 51.98 ounces, odd weight bar. What a clunker that guy is. $2,200 for that. That's about $44 an ounce. And take your 3% off. A kilo kook is going to be $12.49. That's about $12.10 out the door. This is very old, this 1995. Good seller, good feedback. And is it impaired? Got a cracked capsule. Those capsules are 10, 15 bucks. Let's see what the coin condition is. Whoa, I can't read that. Well, anyway, if nobody will buy it, but that is very old kilo kook right there. And the anniversary kook is the same. Oh, he'll take a best offer on the 1994, and that is a small seller. Too bad. Let's see, and 12.61 for a spanking new one. Okay, those are the kilo kooks if you're buying kilo kooks today. A 1 ounce round is 35.77, 34.77 out the door from AppMix, a little over spot there. A small lot is going to be 36 an ounce, 35 out the door for buffaloes. About 70 cents, 60, 70 cents over spot. Scottsdale Cowboys are going for 37.50, 36.50 out the door. And a 100-ounce silver bar, JBR Recovery, 35.41, about 34.41. That's right around spot today. Ooh, look at this one here for 3,600. Is that a 100-ounce bar? You got a lot of money, man. You could stack these vintage 100-ounce bars. It would be very satisfying, I gotta say, to have. Oh, look at that. It's got a little trapezoidal thing going on. Ooh, Mint Master. I don't know that maker, and it is an odd weight 100-ounce bar. Woo! Man, if you had money, right? Would you buy that? Okay, let's keep going here. But 100-ounce bars, right around spot, right there. Okay, let's go on to a Platinum Eagle. Platinum Eagle is 13.09 this morning, about 12.60 out the door. That's a 2023 Platinum Eagle. A 1 gram gold bar. Let's do the gold quickly here. Is $115, too cheap. And what is it? $4 shipping, $119. But back to a 3 feedback seller. I know you want to sell your gold, dude, but you know what? Nobody should buy from a 3 feedback seller. 1/10 random gold is going to be as cheap as $362 minus 3%. 1/10 gold eagle is going to be as cheap as $381 minus 10%. Random quarter ounce gold as cheap as $887 minus 3%. 1/4 ounce gold eagle is as cheap as $912. Is that real? Yeah, good seller, good feedback. $912 on a 1/4 ounce eagle. $912. What's the melt on that? Let's see. $912 out the door minus 3%, B times 0.97. So that is going to be $884 times 4. The melt on a 1/4 ounce gold eagle. Look at that, $35.38. Okay, moving on, moving on. Let's do a 1 ounce gold eagle. 1 ounce gold eagle as cheap as $34.85. That is a $329 feedback seller. Probably could take a chance on that. And but check the feedback really well. $34.85, and that is going to be about $33.70 out the door, and that is going to be very close to spot. Hold on 1 second. Let's check spot again. And spot gold is $33.50. So that's about $20 over spot for that guy right there. So that's a pretty good deal. And that is BU. Do check that feedback well before you buy that, but that seems to be viable to me. And if you want a bigger seller, you can go for $34.96 from a big seller right there. Okay, let's move on and do a gold buffalo. Can we get one under 3,400? This one is 35.76, about 34.66 out the door. No, not under 3,400. Grab that Costco deal. All right, and moving on here, stuff in my eBay store, things you may need. And this is the PayPal, the Amex card, great card. PayPal card, great card. If you buy, take any of these, please click my links. That'll help support this channel. And I'm going to skip the picks of the day. And like I said, I don't think anybody is buying right here. I see a lot of people selling. Here's the 3 coin shops on YouTube I recommend. Check them all out. You'll be happy you did. And 3 ways to support my work. Thank you for your support. I do appreciate it. I'm going to wrap it up here. And you guys keep an eye on silver. Let me reload. I would love to see silver break over 35 today. It had tremendous momentum yesterday, but that higher dollar and that GDP forecast should put a top on it. Let me go back to the GSR. And the GSR, see, it's just interesting the way the GSR is dropping. So that means that gold is dropping faster than silver. But watch that GSR. Boy, if that GSR drops, that'll be really interesting. Okay, thumbs up if you don't mind. Share this with people that are paying too much. And I appreciate it. See you guys tomorrow.